If it's heads, we're explaining the term mandatory fun today. If it's tails, we're also explaining the term mandatory fun today because I couldn't think of anything else. So here we go. For semantics, heads, we're talking about mandatory fun. All right, so if you ever hear your spouse say, it's Mando fun. We got to be there for a mandatory fun day. I mean, there's literally an influencer whose name is Mandatory Fun Day, who also hilarious if you ever want to go check it out. He does a lot of good stuff and whatnot. Good dude. But this term mandatory fun. So a lot of times in military units, there's a lot of discussion about morale, about welfare, about things going on, and especially after some difficult, very stressful, intense periods, a lot of times, a lot of the leadership in the units will want to have like a more relaxed, fun day, like kind of use the unit's funds in order to kind of put together a barbecue or a day out or whatever the case is. And I know the intentions are good. I know the intentions are always good. But what usually ends up happening, which is pretty funny about this and where the term mandatory fun comes in, is a lot of times, what do we want more than anything? It's just like a break. Like we just want to take a deep breath and like we want to spend the time how we want to spend it. And so, a lot of times it's like, oh, we have all these things that are supposed to be fun, but they're really just another mandatory event that we have to go to. And now we're mandated to have fun. And a lot of times the events do end up still being all right. Like you have a good time and whatnot. But this idea of mandatory fun just comes from that idea. Again, you may hear this term like, oh, we got another Mando fun day. We got another instance of mandatory fun. Again, it comes from the fact that like a lot of times people are required to be there, even though it's meant to be like this fun morale building event. And a lot of times people don't want to be there. And so, that was always something like for me, I was trying to be conscious about that because I was an officer, and a lot of times it would be like, the wardroom, the officer community that was kind of organizing these events. And I hope that explains it a little bit. Again, sometimes they can be a ton of fun, sometimes they can not be very fun, but regardless, they're mandatory events, and that can rub some people the wrong way. So hopefully that helps provide a little perspective about mandatory fun, and I'll see you tomorrow.